Hi children, happy morning. What's up these days? Inside your home, right? Good children. Stay home and stay safe because this coronavirus is really bothering every state of the human being. So it is our duty to take care of ourselves. Please stay inside your home, children. Do not go out unless or until it is an emergency. Okay, children, let's get back to the lesson. Now let's get back to a new lesson in geography, that is inside our earth. Are we all really very curious to know about what is inside our children? Yes, we should know, right? That what is inside our earth. We are just living in this. So we should know that what is inside our earth. So let's learn the new lesson inside our earth in geography. Let's see the overview of the lesson inside our earth. Are you all very curious to know, children, what is inside our earth? Yes, we all are very much interested to know what is inside our earth. Okay, so let's see the introductory part of what is inside our earth, and let's see the structure of the earth. Okay, the next concept which we will be covering is the structure of the earth. So the structure of the earth is kind of divided into three concentric layers, that is crust, mantle and core. Okay, then let's cover the topic materials of the earth's crust, that is what all the materials does the earth's crust have. Okay, next one is types of rocks. We will be talking about igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Then we will discuss about the uses of rocks and minerals, then the rock cycle, and finally we will conclude the topic. Okay, these are the topics which we are going to deal under the lesson inside our earth. Now let's see the important keywords and their meanings. Okay, geologist, scientist who studies form and composition of the earth. Density, mass per unit volume. Magma, rocks found in molten state inside the earth. Texture, general character of a rock like the size and shape of its component particles and how it is arranged. Depression, huge low-lying area surrounded by a higher land. Geologist, density, magna, texture, then depression. These are the important keywords of the lesson inside our earth. Now let's see the introductory part of the lesson inside our earth. Let me post a question to you. How old are you, children? What will you say? I am 13 years old, or I am 12 years old, or 12 is my age, isn't it? This is how you reply. But you know what earth has replied to us? It is about 460 crore years old. So what is the age of the earth, children? It is 460 crore years old. Okay, our earth has undergone lot of changes all these years, isn't it, children? Even this corona outbreak is also a biggest change which has happened in the earth. Okay, so nobody was able to give us what is really there inside the earth. Okay, so let's have a detailed study about the earth. So who has given us all these detailed study, children? It is the geologist. Okay, who's a geologist, children? Scientist who studies form and composition of the earth. So these geologists had given us a detailed information of what is there inside the earth, but still whatever we have got is very little or limited information, because no one were able to get inside our earth and find out what is there inside our earth. So it is always good to have some basic knowledge about the earth's surface. Okay, children. Demosthenes is the Greek geographer, okay, who had determined the size of the earth. Okay, under the assumption that sun is very far away. Okay, so he found out that using the differences in the observed angle of the sun from two different locations to calculate the circumference of the earth. So an elementary knowledge about the earth's surface is necessary to understand the nature of changes that takes place on the surface of the earth. And it is so very impossible to reach the center of the earth. You know why, children? Because the temperature inside the center, it's too very high. Okay, it is estimated to be about 5000 degrees Celsius. So it is very difficult to get direct information what is there inside the interior of the earth. So whatever the scientist has given us, it is only about the earth structure, and the interior is based on the density of materials and the behavior of the earthquake waves. Only because of these two, that is the density of materials and the behavior of the earthquake waves, they are able to tell us the structure of the earth, and also to tell us about the interior of the earth. Okay, these waves reveal that the earth behaves like a solid body to a depth of about 2900 kilometers from the surface. Okay, the average density of the earth is about 5.5 grams per cubic centimeter. So what is the density? The average density, they have found out that it is about 5.5 grams per cubic centimeter. The earth is not composed of uniform materials. Okay, the materials of the inner layers are heavier than that of the outer layer. So the density of rock towards the density of the rock increases towards the center. Children, earth being our home planet, it is like unlike the other planet, isn't it, children? The third planet from the sun. Earth is the only place in the known universe confirmed to have the host life, because every human beings, like human beings or the other organisms, live in the Earth. Earth is the fifth largest planet in our solar system, and it's the only one known for sure to have liquid water on its surface. Okay, so that is the reason it's been called as the home planet. See the structure of the earth. Okay, on the basis of varying density and the other physical and chemical properties of rocks, the earth can be divided into three concentric layers. Okay, the earth has three layers. Okay, the first one is the crust, the second layer is the mantle, and the third layer is the core. Now let's relate the structure of the earth to an egg. Okay, children, like how the eggs has three concentric layers, like that is the outermost layer, okay, which is like kind of a hard shell, that is being called as the crust. And the next layer, which is the egg white, that is the albumen, okay, that is the mantle. Okay, and inside that you will be having the egg yolk, isn't it, children? That is called as the core. That is how an egg is being kind of related with the structure of the earth. So the first layer, which will be hard, that is the crust, and the second layer, which is like little soft, that is the egg white, the albumen is the mantle, and the inside layer, that is the egg yolk, is being called as the core. So now I think you could remember with the example of egg. Okay, the first layer is crust, the second layer is mantle, and the third layer is core. These are the three concentric layers of our earth. Okay, our earth has been structured with these three concentric layers, that is crust, mantle, and the core. I had already told that the structure of the earth is being divided into three concentric layers, that is the crust, mantle, and core. Okay, let's just see crust. What is a crust? The crust is the solid outermost layer and it is also called as the lithosphere. Okay, the crust is the solid outermost layer and it is called as the lithosphere. It is relatively a thin layer. Okay, this crust is being characterized into two, the upper crust and the lower crust. The upper part of the crust is called as the continental crust and the lower part of the crust is called as the oceanic crust. Okay, the continental crust is about 35 kilometers thick. What is the thickness of this continental crust, children? It is about 35 kilometers thick. Okay, and the lower part, that is the oceanic crust, is about 5 kilometers thick. Okay, so the continental crust is made up of silica. Okay, the continental crust is made up of silica, that is Si, and alumina, that is Al, and so it is called as Cl, that is silica's Si and aluminia's Al, it is Cl. The oceanic crust is made up of silica, again Si, and magnesium, that is Ma, and therefore it's called as Sima, Sima. The average density of the crust is about 3.0 grams per cubic centimeter. Okay, so the average density of the crust is about 3.0 grams per cubic centimeter. The outer crust has soil, also provides us with most of the minerals. The outer crust has soil and it provides the most of the minerals. The crust of the earth has all the three types of rocks, that is the igneous, sedimentary and the metamorphic rocks. Why is the crust important, children? Why is this layer crust important? The crust is a thin but the important zone where dry, hot rock from the deep earth reacts with the water and the oxygen of the surface, making new kinds of minerals and rocks. That is why crust is an important layer in the structure of the earth. What is the age of the crust? The average age of the current Earth's continental crust has been estimated to be about 2.0 million years. Okay, about 2 million years. There are three types of crust, that is the primary crust, the secondary crust and the tertiary crust. What is the temperature in the crust? Temperature of the crust increases with depth, reaching values in the range of about 500 degrees Celsius to 1000 degrees Celsius. Let's get back to the another important layer of the earth, that is the mantle. Okay, M-A-N-T-L-E, mantle. The mantle is the mostly solid bulk of Earth's interior. The mantle lies between the Earth's dense and the thin outer layer, the crust. The mantle is about 2,900 kilometers thick, that is 1,802 miles. Okay, thick, 1,802 miles thick, and makes up for about 84% of Earth's total volume. What is the mantle of the earth made up of? In terms of its constituent elements, the mantle is made up of 44.8% oxygen, 21.5% silicon and 22.8% magnesium. Okay, there is also iron, aluminium, calcium, sodium and potassium. These elements are all bound together in the form of silicate rocks, all of which takes the form of oxides. Where could you see mantle? Okay, mantle comes in the form of lava that erupts at the mid-ocean ridges. There are three layers in mantle. The first one is lithosphere, and the next one is asthenosphere, and the third one is mesosphere. The difference between the upper mantle and the Lower mantle. The upper mantle has olivine, a very special rock, compounds with silicon dioxide and a substance called as periodite. Okay, so these are the three substances which are there in the upper mantle. That is the olivine, a very special rock, compounds with silicon dioxide and a substance called as peridotite. Okay, so the lower mantle is more solid than the upper mantle. Now let's see the facts of mantle. Mantle is divided into two sections. That is the asthenosphere, the bottom layer of the mantle, made up of plastic-like fluid, and the lithosphere, the top part of the mantle, made up of cold dense rock. And the temperature, the average temperature of the mantle is 3000 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the mantle will become much more hotter as you get closer to the inner core. And let's see the composition. The mantle is composed of silicates of iron and magnesium, sulfides and oxides of silicon and magnesium. And the thickness, the mantle is about 2900 kilometers thick, and it is the largest layer of the earth, taking up of 84% of the earth. Let's get back to another important layer. It is core. The core lies between the mantle and around the center of the earth. It is also called as barysphere. B-A-R-Y, bary, sphere, S-P-H-E-R-E. The average radius of the core is about 3500 kilometers. It is made up of heavy metals such as nickel and iron. Therefore, it is also called as knife, N-I-F-E. Ni for nickel and Fe for iron. That is why it's been called as knife, N-I-F-E. The temperature of this layer varies between 2200 degrees Celsius and 5000 degrees Celsius. The average density ranges between 5 grams and 13 grams per cubic centimeter. Earth's core is the very hot and very dense center of our planet. The bell-shaped core lies beneath the cool, brittle crust and the mostly solid mantle. The core is found about 2900 kilometers, that is 1802 miles, below the Earth's surface. Okay, and it has the radius of about 3485 kilometers, that is 2165 miles. These are the three layers, okay, concentric layers of the earth, that is crust, mantle and the core. Let's see another important topic, the materials of Earth's crust, that is rocks and minerals. The lithosphere, okay, is made up of rocks and minerals. We all know that, right? The layer is being made up of rocks and minerals. Rocks are those materials which are being obtained from the Earth's crust. Okay, the rocks, whatever the huge rocks are there, which are being obtained from the Earth's crust. They include not only the hard materials such as granite and marble, but also include soft and loose materials such as chalk, clay, sand and salt. Okay, so this Earth's crust has granite and marble, which is a hard material, and then the soft material like chalk, clay, sand and salt. So these rocks are made up of minerals and they do not possess a definite chemical composition. These rocks are made up of minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring substance present in the rocks. These are solid substance which have a definite chemical composition. In rock, there is a particular mineral which is found in large percentage. That is called the ore of the mineral. Mining is mostly done in those areas where ore occurs. So in this lesson, inside our earth, we learnt the structure of the earth, that is crust, mantle and core. And then we learned what were the materials which were being found in the earth's crust. Let's watch a short video on the structure of the earth. I'm sure after that video and the explanation which was given to you now, you'll be clear with the structure of the earth. I hope this entire video was useful to you to understand the structure of the earth. In the next topic, we will be dealing with types of rocks. See you all in our next video. Take care. Bye-bye, children.